and welcome. What we're going to do is we're going to look at the creating an advert poster, or the 11 mark question that you get, and we're going to talk about inserting the text and then inserting the image, because depending what happens sometimes when you insert the image, it becomes too big. And it's how do you make it small and how do you manipulate it and put it into the right place within the document. So let's just have a look at this. I said this is just the advertisement. If we click on the Safer Internet Day, so this is a sample assessment material, and the sample assessment material differs from the online mocks and the actual test, because if I click the Safer Internet Day now, it comes up with the information here. In the mock, what will happen is it will download that file, and then it'll come up here as a download, or you'll be able to find it. So let's just remind ourselves what we need to do. We need to select all this text. So if I just click in the window, then press Ctrl and A, that's all the text highlighted. I can then press Ctrl and C, and that copies it. Alternatively, I could put my cursor after secure, left click, hold it down, select all the text that way, right click my mouse button, and then left click, copy that way. When I then open up Microsoft Word, press Ctrl and V, it comes in. And I want you to look at what's happened. I don't know whether this is because I'm using an updated window or Word version, but it's put it into a sort of like an extended version. But what I can do is if I go up to the paste button here, just click on the icon, and then if I choose this one, it'll keep the source formatting, which is probably what I want to do actually. So let's just get rid of all that other stuff. Now let's delete all that again. And instead of pressing Ctrl and V, what I'm going to do is just click paste, select keep source formatting, and there I've got that now. The next thing we'll need to do is add an image. So wherever our cursor is, that's the point where the image is going to be inserted. So you need to be mindful of that. So if I was after internet, if I inserted my image there, it would put it in there. So let's just have a look and see what that looks like. So if I go back to my, and I've got my image here. Remember, when we've got an image up, what we're not doing is we're not taking a screenshot. What we've got is our image. I need to right click on the image, copy image, and that's now copied into the clipboard. I go back to my document, and as I said, my cursor is now at internet. If I press Ctrl and V, it then puts it there. That's not where I want it to be. So I'm going to undo that. Where I'm going to put my picture is just at the end of secure. I'm going to press enter and then press Ctrl and V. And you can see it's now gone onto another page because it means this image is too big. And sometimes what you might see is we've got these golf balls around, but the image might be like that. And that throws a few people. And it's like, God, what do I do now? I've got my image on two different pages. I've got my image on one page. I've got my words on another page. And I've got this image is massive. Well, to make it smaller, what we need to do is just left click on it. So we get the golf balls come up. Go into the corner. And see where our cursor now goes to a 45-degree line with 2 arrows. Left click, hold it down, and then drag it down to make it smaller. Let go, and then do it again and make it smaller. And now it's on one page. I'm going to make it smaller there. What I can't do though is it's very difficult to move this image to where I want to for different places. I can't put it exactly where I want it to be. So what we're going to do to change that is I'm going to click on the layout options button here, left click. And at the moment it's in line with the text, and I get some different options here. I can get square, tight, through, top and bottom, behind text, or in front of text. And all I'm going to do is choose through and then fix position on page. And what I'll now be able to do is I'll be able to move that wherever I want. So let's just zoom out a little bit so we can see that. So I can move it up here if I wanted to. Okay, make it a little bit smaller. And if I wanted to say at the moment I've got this text that that is cut off, all I just do is click in front of internet and then move that down. And I can move that down as well if I want to. So I can move my image, and I'm moving it down by just pressing the return button. Okay, and when I can move it back up by just pressing the delete button that way. You may get asked as well to modify your image. So in some way, so all I need to do is just double click on it and the picture format toolbar will come up. Or if I just left click, you can see the picture format toolbar comes up there. So I click on that and then I get these different options. So you may be asked to make the saturation to 200%. I've seen that done before. So there we go, I'll just move on there. Saturation 200%, I've changed it. I can put borders on it and I can do different things, or picture style. So you can do different things that way. Okay, so hopefully that is just a recap of an image, but don't get too worried if you copy it in and it's too big. Just remember, just go to one corner, make it smaller, make it so it's smaller till you get it the size that you want it to be. Okay, hopefully that was useful for you. While I remember, there's a couple of other things. So I have seen where we've got to find and replace different things. So if I click on here, I can see replace and find. So for example, you may be asked to find and replace something. So let's just, if you're asked to do something and you can't remember how to do it, then one way that you can do it is to click in the search button. And here I'm just going to put find and replace, and then it comes up there. Replace, click on that, and then it comes up with this for me. So it says find what? Well, all I'm going to do is put come, and then we can replace it with how about popping along, if you just for example. And what I can do is replace all, and there we go, it's made one replacement for me. So it's replaced. How about popping along there? So that's one thing that you can do. Let me just Control and Z there. Another thing that you might be asked to do is to sort out the specific margins. So we need to make sure that we don't alter these ones, because these are the indents. So if I move that, it moves the indents along, and that's not what we want to be able to do. What we want to do is to change the margins. So to change the margins, we go to Layout, and on the left-hand side it says Margins. Click on Margins, Custom Margins, and here we go. I can change the top, the bottom, the left, and the right. So I can change the left to 2 and the right for 2. And now watch what happens. This text should move across, and there we go. We've extended the margins that way. So I've seen that come up before. Just as a reminder, in here we've got the line spacing, so we can change the line spacing that's there. So hopefully that was just a reminder of some additional things that might be helpful for you.